I was told as a child that if I show up in these ways, that I would be loved. I would be accepted, finally approved of, if I showed up in the way how these other people wanted me to. In a sense, if I people pleased, if I shut down, devalued my needs for the ways that other people wanted me to show up, because my truth, my authenticity, ultimately reflected versions of them that they were fearful of or rejected in themselves. And they told me, no, I can't be those versions of me. These parts of me that were told no ultimately were shamed, judged, and rejected, abandoned. And I was taught to abandon myself for what I believed. I took on this belief that if I showed up in the ways that these people wanted me to, and not in my truth, because when I did show up in my truth, it was being weaponized against me. I was being judged, rejected, and ultimately was in a form being punished as a child, where me being my authentic self was somehow a problem. My pure innocence was not allowed. I needed permission for me to be me. And that's just, first off, like, a child shouldn't be getting treated that way. Second off, it's my light and my truth shining on these people's nonsense. Ways they didn't choose themselves, and me showing up in this high vibrational, this love, this innocence, this purity, this creativity, this joy was a threat, and I was treated like a threat, and my uniqueness was treated like a problem, darkness, feared. And I believed that if I did what these other people wanted me to do, I'd finally have the approval of being myself. But now that I've chosen to choose these parts of me, stand in my pure and innocence, be open to my light internally, and actually healing these parts. Not only through this journey have people not appreciated that, I've literally just cut everyone off because they were the roots of these conditionings, or connected to these conditionings, or were like people that I attracted when I was in that limiting mindset. And you outgrow people. So a big part of the spiritual journey for me right now is accepting that these people and what they have to say aren't meant to come along with, because then not only did they reject and abandon me and believe that I should abandon myself, because it's a two-way street of you are a creator, you need to take accountability of what you're still holding on to, that's still closed off inside of you, that you're still holding on to these mass illusions and shadows, denying your inner child. But the reason the old me that needs to be let go of is a version of me that believed that I had to bring these people along, that I needed to help these people show up in a specific way for them, so I could finally be approved of to be me. I know it's so backwards. That's how identities work. It's such backward logic because it's such a pure. It's rooted in your inner child, this childish innocence of I trusted this guardian or parental figure or whoever, and it was ultimately a mistruth. So it's okay to release these people. It's okay to let go and not bring along. You're not meant to bring... I mean, I've done this already, but it's always not easy because the framework, like some of the motivation behind why you decided to change is rooted in the beliefs your inner child that you have, that you wanted to bring these people along because you believe that if you do what these other people wanted you to do or show up in this way, that everything would be okay. That you'd be able to be you, to shine in your uniqueness, when it's the polarity. That you're holding on to this version of you that isn't meant to bring these people along. And what's beyond that is people who are actually worth you worth having around, that actually want you to be you, that aren't holding on to the old version of you, that see your worth, not reject your worth, fear your worth, fear your authenticity, your uniqueness, your creativity, your joy, your love, your light. So yeah, a big thing for me was my big heart was denied. My love, my high vibrational energy was denied because I was just surrounded and conditioned by people who denied their truths, denied their love and their light and their hearts. So going into this new year, allow for the new to come in. And it's okay to release the old. You're not living other people's lives. I'm not living other people's lives. I'm not healing for other people as well. And ultimately, this inner child version of me that believed he was supposed to be doing these things for other people and denying himself is now being freed, is free, and allowing for beauty, for people who are worthwhile, for experiences that are actually aligned with me. And that's what, like, your life's about. That's what I want my life to be about, at least. To be the new me. To grow into an even purer heart. Whew. I get emotional with that. To shine in a pure heart that I abandoned, denied. To grow into. To always be in that. To always be open to that. So it's okay to understand that there's a part of you that probably wants to hold on to this old part, hold on to these old people, identity, habits, mass, but they're just communicating to you that it's time to release them, that it's time to hold them, to heal them, and be the you that you actually want to be, that you came here to be, to shine in your love and light.